And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode series. Fresh off of the back of a Survivor series, and we're kicking off Monday Night Raw with the woman who survived the 30 Superstar Gauntlet match back on night one of Survivor series. It is Lash legend, the woman who eliminated Tiffany Stratton in the final two to punch her ticket to SummerSlam. And Lash legend now has the choice of whichever champion she chooses to face off against in the main event of SummerSlam. So you have to think that most likely she will probably choose Jade, but she could also decide to switch over to SmackDown and maybe even go after the Initiative and Bayley. But let's see what Lash has got to say.
Did y'all see it? Did you see it? On Saturday night at Survivor Series, I walked into that 30-woman gauntlet eliminator, and I walked out the winner. Which means I get to choose whichever champion I damn well please at SummerSlam. SmackDown, Raw, it doesn't matter. They all know this now.
And well, it's the woman who was in the final three back at Survivor Series, but Tiffany Stratton was the one to eliminate Naomi, and the WWE Universe well and truly behind Naomi, even here tonight. They wanted to see her victorious and maybe head to SummerSlam, but I mean, she still has the Queen of the Ring tournament. But let's see what Naomi has got to say here tonight.
Hold on, Lash, don't get it twisted, because while you're out here bragging about last night, let's not forget something. On Saturday night in that tag match, it was me, not Jordan, not you, but me who got the win for my team. It was me who pinned Jakara Jackson. And as far as that gauntlet match, you got lucky. If it wasn't for little Miss Tiffy Time from SmackDown taking me out, we both know I'd be standing here as the winner, not you.
Hold on a second. And well, the next woman out here, another interruption, and it is the person that Naomi teamed with back at Survivor Series, but there was a bit of a miscommunication between the two, and it seemed like maybe tensions were rising between Jordynne Grace and Naomi. But Jordynne Grace is here tonight, and let's see what she has got to say here this evening.
Naomi, look, I appreciate your help, I do, and I appreciate that you got us the win in that tag match on Saturday. But Naomi, you know the history I have with Lash. You know what she did to me at the draft. You know why I wanted that match at Survivor Series. So let me ask you, as a friend, why did you take my moment? Why did you take my chance to pin Lash and get the revenge I've been waiting months for?
This is all real cute, y'all, but I don't have time for your little drama. I'm on to bigger and better things now, SummerSlam. Main event, championships. I don't need to be wasting my time dealing with these little misdemeanors.
No, Lash. I don't think you were listening. I said I wanted my revenge, and I still haven't gotten it. So, here's what's gonna happen. I might be competing in the Queen of the Ring tournament tonight, but I'm not afraid to pull double duty. So how about it? At Evolution, you and me, one-on-one.
Evolution? You want Lash Legend at Evolution? Fine. You got it.
Oh, here we go. As the boos ring around the stadium, the Women's World Champion arrives, the Storm. But interestingly enough, back at Survivor Series on night 2, Jade Cargill was very, very desperate in her victory over Stephanie Vaquer, resorting to a roll-up to get the victory. And that's the first time we've seen Jade Cargill become desperate in her championship defense. So maybe the confidence of the Storm may be dwindling away. But let's see what Jade Cargill has got to say here.
Lash, you think you're hot now, huh? One big win, and suddenly you think you're ready to sit at the grown-ups table? Let me remind you of something. You've been down this road before. You've stepped to me before. And every single time, you got put down. So if you're thinking about picking me at SummerSlam, just know the result will be the same. Me, still standing, still your Women's World Champion.
Oh, hold on a minute. It's the woman who took Jade Cargill to the limit at Survivor Series and forced Jade Cargill to get a desperate win. Stephanie Vaquer has arrived on Monday Night Raw, but let's see what Stephanie has got to say.
Oh no, Jade, don't you try and brush this off. You and I both know what happened last night at Survivor Series. You were in trouble, you were desperate, and you took the coward's way out. You grabbed my trunks, you stole that win, because you knew if you didn't, La Primera would be standing here tonight as the new Women's World Champion. I'm not done with you, Jade. Not by a long shot.
Well, what a turn of events this is. So at Evolution, we will finally be getting Lash Legend and Jordan Grace in one-on-one action. A big matchup there at Evolution, but we also are going to kickstart the Queen of the Ring tournament in just a moment's time in fatal four-way action in the first matchup. It is the quarterfinals. And first up in the Queen of the Ring tournament, it is the former Women's Intercontinental Champion, of course, Lyra Valkyria, returning back at Survivor Series to come to the aid of Dakota Kai and costing Becky Lynch the championship. But Becky Lynch now has an opportunity to punch her ticket to SummerSlam and maybe earn herself a World Championship opportunity. And here she is tonight. Hold on a second, what? Lyra Valkyria again? What is going on between these two? Lyra Valkyria, of course, we mentioned just moments ago, she returned at Survivor Series, but clearly she isn't done with the man just yet. Continuing where she left off at Survivor Series, just beating down Becky Lynch, and this match hasn't even started. We're supposed to have a qualifying matchup, fatal four-way action for the Queen of the Ring tournament in the first quarter-final. But these two are just absolutely laying into each other right now. Lyra Valkyria not even allowing Becky Lynch to get into the ring here and just driving her into the barricade repeatedly. Well, these two are supposed to be competing in this quarter-final matchup, but I mean, I think Lyra Valkyria probably doesn't even... I don't even think she realises what she's actually doing here. She doesn't realise that there's a big opportunity that she could potentially be missing out on right now. But I think maybe just the revenge is just boiling away at her, and she wants to get some vengeance here. As these two back and forth we go, up the rampway, moving away from the ring. Lyra Valkyria with the man in all kinds of trouble. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen Becky Lynch at the receiving end of a beatdown like this, but I mean, I guess it's kind of understandable because Lyra Valkyria was taken out all the way back at Money in the Bank, and she's only just returned this past weekend. And now Becky Lynch with Lyra Valkyria in her clutches. Maybe Becky Lynch looking to put Lyra Valkyria out once again so that she can continue into the matchup here this evening. But Lyra Valkyria back on the offense once more and just sending Becky Lynch into all that electrical equipment by the stage area. Becky Lynch is being absolutely beaten down here, and oh my word, she's been busted wide open. Slammed face first into the Titantron. And Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, they're heading to the backstage area. What is going on? And well, I mean, this match was supposed to be a fatal four-way, but now we're left with Naomi and Jordynne Grace. And well, Jordynne Grace wants a handshake to start the matchup. Well, Naomi accepting. A little bit of a show of respect between these two, who were tag team partners at the weekend. But here we are on Monday Night Raw, and these two battling it out in the Queen of the Ring tournament. So we were supposed to have a fatal four-way matchup here, including Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. But Lyra Valkyria wiping out the man and ensuring that she can't participate in this tournament. And clearly Lyra Valkyria must just have revenge in her mind. And she's not even thinking about the Queen of the Ring tournament. But now, Jordynne Grace just attacking Naomi by striking her at the back of her head. So one of these two is going to progress in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Of course, Naomi coming oh so close to winning that gauntlet match back at Survivor Series in the final three. And also getting the victory for herself and Jordynne Grace in that tag team matchup as well at Survivor Series by pinning Jakara Jackson. And it seemed like earlier on tonight, just moments ago, before this matchup, Jordynne Grace wanted an explanation as to why Naomi decided to get the pinfall against Jakara Jackson, even though Jordynne Grace seemed to be wanting to get some revenge on Lash Legend. But Jordynne Grace right now, aggressive in her offense here. Maybe a little bit too aggressive if you ask me, especially considering the fact that these two are supposed to be friends. But Naomi now fighting back into this one. Naomi, of course, has been after that Women's World Championship ever since the start of this series, and now into a roll-up here. Baseball slide, looking to steal the victory, but Naomi and Jordynne Grace with a little bit of a stare down, as now they go into locking up. But who's going to win the power game here? You would have to imagine that the Juggernaut will be able to outpower Naomi here. And she does drive her back onto the ropes, and a big right hand there by Jordynne Grace as well. Jordynne Grace, of course, wanting some revenge on Lash Legend, and it looks like she may be able to get it at Evolution, where we will be having the Queen of the Ring final. But Jordynne Grace also stating that she's not afraid of doing double duty, so if she is victorious and ends up getting to the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament, she will have to compete in two separate matches on the same night. And I mean, if anyone's capable of doing it, it will be the Juggernaut. And oh my word, Jordynne Grace driving Naomi's spine first onto the concrete floor on the outside. And Jordynne Grace is feeling it right here. Naomi, though, back into the ring. Jordynne Grace sliding to the outside as well. Naomi now backing up into the corner. I'm not sure how wise that is. Jordynne Grace now sending Naomi up to the top rope here. And Naomi's in big trouble. Jordynne Grace, muscle buster connecting, and Naomi could be down and out here. Jordynne Grace hooks the leg for the victory. No, big kick out found by the Glow. Naomi is still fighting strong in this one. Of course, as we said, she was in the final three, so she came ever so close, but a big reversal there to winning that gauntlet match. And Naomi now building some momentum. Jordynne Grace doesn't want to allow the Glow to start glowing. But Naomi here getting the WWE Universe behind her. Jordynne Grace now could be the one that's in trouble. There's Naomi sending Jordynne Grace off the ropes here. And Naomi connecting with the rear view in the center of the ring. And she hooks the leg, looking for the victory. Naomi, no. Jordynne Grace able to power out this time. Oh, and now Naomi is setting Jordynne Grace up again. What could she be thinking about here? Jordynne Grace could be in trouble, but a couple of big elbows connecting for Jordynne Grace, and an elbow by Naomi as well. And Naomi looking for a drop kick off the springboard. These two pushing each other to the limits. I mean, they know each other so well. They were tag team partners, of course. I'm not sure if we can still say that. As now Jordynne Grace looking for that elbow to the back of the head again. But Naomi saw it coming, or at least felt it coming. And now Jordynne Grace taking Naomi down to the mat. The Juggernaut with some strong strikes here. Big right hands, big chops. And once again backing it up into the corner. Thinking about that big elbow. Looking for the back of the head again, but Naomi has it well scouted here. A big forearm there by Naomi as well. Now Jordynne Grace struggles back to her feet. Big strike by Naomi here. So of course at any moment now, we could have the other two enter back into this ring, back into the arena, or even one of them may turn up and try and continue in this Queen of the Ring tournament, as Naomi has been busted open here. Jordynne Grace though, quickly into the cover, looking for the victory, but Naomi able to power out. So as I stated before, these two are probably going to want to finish this matchup as quickly as possible, because at any moment Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria could head back into the arena, or maybe one of them. And now Jordynne Grace again not able to connect with that elbow to the back of the head. Naomi in control just for a moment. The Juggernaut fighting back once more though. Jordynne Grace now sending Naomi into the corner. And Naomi hoisted up, slammed down to the mat by the Juggernaut. And Jordynne Grace now up to the second rope. Jordynne Grace with the slam, driving all the wind out of Naomi here. But Naomi is fighting back into this one. She's staying strong. Naomi has this uncanny act of just continuing to fight on, but oh my word, hold on. She's hoisted up here, driven down to the mat. Jordynne Grace out of nowhere, hooking the leg here, looking for the victory over her best friend, but no. Naomi somehow gets the shoulder up and she's still in this one. As now Jordynne Grace could be looking to put Naomi away here. Naomi's in big trouble. Jordynne Grace drives her into the canvas, hooking the leg for the victory. Jordynne Grace, no! Naomi again is able to hang in there. This is what we were saying. She has this act of just continuing to fight on, but surely this has got to be it. Jordynne Grace for the victory. Can she do it? Hold on a second. What is this? Well, Jordynne Grace issued the challenge earlier on and she was just about to get the victory in this one. But, wait, is she here? Oh my word. Well, Lash Legend is here and Jordynne Grace may have just cost herself into slamming down to the mat. And well, Naomi, clearly, seeing what has happened here, she's crawling over, but she's not going to be able to get into the cover, unfortunately, because Jordynne Grace, oh my word, Jordynne Grace has rolled over. Naomi into the cover, taking advantage of the interference, and Naomi has progressed in the Queen of the Ring tournament thanks to Lash Legend. Well, I'm not sure how Jordynne Grace is going to feel about Naomi taking advantage there, but I'm sure Naomi's not going to care. She progresses in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Dakota Kai. Dakota, congratulations on winning your very first championship on the main roster here in WWE. You battled through adversity, you overcame Becky Lynch, and now you stand here tonight as champion. Now it looks like Becky Lynch might have her hands full with Lyra Valkyria after what went down tonight in the Queen of the Ring qualifier. So the question is, what's next for you and for the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
Omedeto, champ. The first title on the main roster must feel so good, huh? But I have to ask, at what cost did you get here? You had to leave your friends high and dry. You stood back and did nothing, while they fought battles without you. And what happened next, eh? At Survivor Series, when you almost had the match won, who showed up? それはカイリー・セインでしょ? But maybe that doesn't matter, right? Because look at you. You're the champion. あなたはチャンピオンだ. I'm sure Kylie is so proud of you right now. But Dakota, tell me this. Can you really trust the people you once called your sisters? Can you really trust damage control?
Explain this to us. Somebody, anybody, explain this to us. Survivor Series, a no disqualification tornado tag team match. No rules, no rope breaks, anything goes. And what happens the second I lock in the Gargano escape? The referee calls for a rope break. How? How does that even make sense? Somebody tell me how the hell that's possible. Because last time I checked, rope breaks don't exist when there are no rules.
This doesn't add up. And don't you dare tell us it's a mistake. Don't you dare tell us it's incompetence. Because this was deliberate. Somebody doesn't want DIY to succeed. Somebody doesn't want DIY at the top where we belong. We don't know who. We don't know why. But we know someone has it out for us.
Could be the Street Profits. It could be management. It could be anybody pulling the strings. But listen carefully. Don't think for 1 second that this is the end of DIY. You can cheat us, you can screw us, you can throw every roadblock in our path. But you cannot kill DIY.
Street Profits, enjoy your moment. Shine your titles, dance, celebrate. Because the second you let your guard down, we're coming back for what's ours. And when we do, it won't matter what rules you bend or what strings you pull, nothing will save you.
This isn't over. Not by a long shot. DIY will be undisputed champions, whether the world likes it or not.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have the Intercontinental Champion, the man who somehow defied all the odds back at Survivor Series, Obafemi, the man who survived a 6-man championship match where he took on all contenders all at the same time, and somehow this man still walked out with the championship gold around his waist. So Obafemi clearly looking as confident as ever, as he was the man to get the pinfall victory over the megastar LA Knight. And LA Knight would go on to be very, very close at being victorious in the men's gauntlet match, where he came in the final 3. But as for now, here tonight, Obafemi is heading to ringside, and I believe he has a message for the WWE Universe and maybe even the locker room here on Monday Night Raw. Let's see what Obafemi has got to say.
I am the ruler. I am your Intercontinental Champion. And if anyone dares challenge me, step up. Right here, right now.
Well, hold on a second. So, Obafemi wants to put his championship on the line right here, right now. An open challenge, but who's going to answer the call? Oh my goodness. Well, the man to answer the call is the man who returned back at Survivor Series. It is Rusev. The man answering the open challenge for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship is the man who has just returned to the WWE. Rusev marching his way down towards the ring. And I mean, he looks as mean as ever. And here tonight, Rusev could become the new Intercontinental Champion, but what a heck of a fight we're about to have. Rusev looks in the best shape of his entire career, but he's about to come up against Obafemi, a man who's just survived a 6-man championship title match.
Introducing the challenger from Bulgaria, weighing in at 279 pounds, The Rock! And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Obafemi!
So here we go, open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. And these two powerhouses, these two monsters, about to go head-to-head for the first time in WWE. And Rusev just being shoved away there by the Intercontinental Champion. So Rusev, upon his return, his first match from Monday Night Raw, and he could become a champion here. That would be a record even in itself here in Universe mode. But Rusev now outpowering the champion. Obafemi, of course, just surviving that 6-man championship match at Survivor Series. So you have to wonder whether he is 100% here tonight or not. I'll be surprised if he is. So, I mean, what an opportune time for Rusev to try and dethrone the champion here. But Obafemi is just being absolutely controlled right now. Being outpowered and out-wrestled so far by the Bulgarian brute. But now Rusev just taking Obafemi down, taking his feet out from underneath him. And it seems like the WWE Universe are maybe a little bit more on the side of Obafemi here tonight, as Rusev just drives him against the ropes here. And then looking for a big right hand, but Obafemi fighting his way back into this one. And sent over the top rope is Obafemi. Oh, and Obafemi just outpowering Rusev. So a bit of a power struggle between these two. Both men trying to assert their dominance here. And I mean, Obafemi has had a change in attitude in recent months, and ever since, it seems like he's almost become unbeatable, I would say. Of course, taking that Intercontinental Championship away from Ilya Dragunov. As Ilya Dragunov, maybe his confidence may have cost him. But now, Obafemi driving Rusev into the corner, face first into the turnbuckle. Now Obafemi looking to choke out Rusev in the corner there, but Rusev finding a big reversal. As now, Rusev looking to take control of the champion, but Obafemi with a couple of well-placed elbows. Now Obafemi sending Rusev off the ropes, but a big headbutt there by Rusev. So of course Rusev, he entered in the number 8th spot in that Gauntlet Eliminator match, and he was actually eliminated by none other than Penta, the former United States champion. As now Rusev looking to steal the title here, off of the roll-up, but no, kick out found by the champion. So Rusev was defeated by one former champion here in Universe mode. on his big return. Eliminated from that gauntlet match at Survivor Series, but here tonight, he could potentially become a champion himself. So now Obafemi back to his feet, looking for a big right hand, but Rusev was quicker to the punch here, and then into a DDT by the champion. And Obafemi is feeling it right now. Could be the beginning of the end for Rusev. And now hoisted up, and Rusev sliding in behind, and a big kick to the face by Rusev. Out of absolutely nowhere. And Obafemi's been caught, and he could be in deep trouble because Rusev is locking in the accolade here. But luckily for Obafemi, he's able to find a way to slide on out of it. It seems like he's had that well scouted, and German suplex by Obafemi, tossing Rusev almost straight across the ring and almost out of the ring. As now Obafemi continuing the onslaught to Rusev here. Oh my word, Rusev's in trouble. Slammed down to the mat by the ruler. And now Obafemi could be looking to put Rusev away here. Pop-up powerbomb connecting near the ropes, but no rope break being called. Into the cover. No, big kick out found by Rusev. This match continues between these two absolute powerhouses. The WWE Universe want to see this match continue. Rusev slowly back to his feet. Obafemi off the top rope. Double axe handle connecting. And now Obafemi, elbow drop to the heart as well. Not just once, not just twice. Going for a third as well. And Rusev wisely rolling over to the ropes. I thought maybe he was going to try and exit the ring there. That might have been a wiser decision. Of course, it will be champion's advantage here for Obafemi, and that doesn't bode well for Rusev. But now Obafemi into a bit of a modified spine buster there. One-handed by the champion. And now Obafemi is sizing up Rusev. Oh, maybe an eye rake there by Rusev. Breaks the hold, but looked like Obafemi was going for a belly-to-belly suplex or something of that manner. But the WWE Universe clearly saw that eye rake by Rusev, and they're not happy about it. But this match continues here. These two back and forth we go. An Alabama slam connecting. Oh my word. The accolade is locked in once again. We could have a new champion, but no. Seems like Obafemi once again able to slide on out of that one. Somehow he's got that well scouted, and another German suplex by the champion. And Obafemi, he's feeling it right now. Obafemi sending Rusev off the ropes into a pop-up powerbomb into the cover to retain the championship. Can he do it? No! Rusev is able to power out once again. And this championship match continues on Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure how wise this it was from Obafemi to maybe put his title on the line here tonight. And now, Obafemi with Rusev up on his shoulders. Obafemi, oh my goodness, just tossing Rusev. Almost as if he weighs absolutely nothing. But now the champion backs it up, and then a driving the knee into the face. And Rusev is definitely in big trouble right now. Obafemi, that's quite a distance. Not sure he's going to be able to make that one, but Obafemi with the elbow drop across half the ring here. Obafemi, very impressive. Looking to put Rusev away here, perhaps. Hoisting him up once again on the shoulders. And Rusev face first into the turnbuckle pad. And Rusev's been busted wide open here. Rusev is in big trouble because the ruler could be closing in on a victory and retaining his championship, but Rusev finds a reversal. And these two now, perhaps looking to trade blows in the middle of the ring. Maybe their egos getting the better of themselves. Big strikes, dropping bombs on each other. But now Rusev with a cheap shot to the midsection, driving the knee into the ribs. Hoisting up Obafemi and dropping him in the center of the ring. Rusev quickly into the cover for a new Intercontinental Champion. No, big kick out found by Obafemi. As this match continues, and Rusev now looking to lock in the accolade. Is it going to be enough to win the championship? Obafemi's in trouble. Is he going to be able to break the hold here? Well, Rusev releasing the hold, interestingly enough. And Rusev now, oh, maybe looking for that Alabama slam, but Obafemi into a powerbomb. And well, this could be where the tables turn. Obafemi hoisting up and tossing Rusev across the ring here. And Obafemi now looking to put Rusev away. Rusev in deep trouble once again. Sidewalk slam connecting for the champion. Obafemi is closing in on a victory once more. Is he going to retain the championship here? No. Rusev once again with that eye rake. Able to avoid the pop-up powerbomb. And another Samoan drop into the center of the ring here. The WWE Universe well and truly getting into this matchup. Rusev now sending Obafemi off the ropes. Perhaps a little bit dazed here, Rusev, after being busted open. Missing out on a couple of wild strikes there, and that could cost him big Nido to the face of the champion. Rusev takes Obafemi down to the canvas. And Obafemi's got to be careful because the Accolade is going to be locked in again, and this has got to be it. Rusev locking in the Accolade. Look who it is. It's a monster among men. Just taking out Obafemi here. And well, this match is going to end in a disqualification. But Braun Strowman doesn't care. He's just laying into the Intercontinental Champion here. The referee calling this match off. So Rusev obviously losing out on his opportunity. But Braun Strowman continuing to attack the Intercontinental Champion and the WWE Universe. I'm getting behind Braun Strowman here. Braun Strowman attacking Obafemi. Obafemi was calling Braun Strowman out for weeks, even months after WrestleMania. And now these two finally coming face to face, head to head. Well, of course, you have to wonder how Rusev is going to feel about this because, well, he's potentially just been cost his Intercontinental Championship opportunity. But Obafemi and Braun Strowman laying into each other here. He's now locking up again in the center of the ring. A bit of a power struggle between these two. And Obafemi has gotten the better of the monster among men twice now. So, I mean, and a big right hand cheap shot by Obafemi. My goodness. These two continuing to fight on here. The referee is trying his best to separate these two. But, I mean, of course, this is not a matchup. Because the match was called off. But I'm not sure why the referee hasn't decided to just separate these two and maybe get some security out here. Obafemi, look at the power. Oh my word. Just dropping the monster among men and lift him over his head. What on earth did I just witness? Obafemi, the Intercontinental Champion, ever since returning with this new attitude, seems to be almost unstoppable. Up to the top rope now. Obafemi, double axe sandal, takes the monster among men down to the mat. And now Obafemi hoisting up the monster. Running power slam, sending a message. Big elbow drop as well. Not just one, but two. And even a third. My oh my. Well, Braun Strowman may regret coming out here. But you have to wonder, where on earth is Rusev? Must be down and out on the outside of the ring, but these two continuing to just beat each other down here. And the referee, probably wisely, staying out of the way of these two. As Braun Strowman now backs it up and looking for the splash in the corner. Couldn't quite connect with it. But now Obafemi just taunting away at Braun Strowman before driving the knee into the jaw of the monster among men. Now, Obafemi going into an armbar here, but a big elbow by Braun Strowman. And Strowman with a big clothesline takes Obafemi down to the canvas. Now Obafemi with a reversal of his own. And Obafemi now almost taking the referee down. But luckily for the referee, he was able to avoid that one. There's now Braun Strowman with Obafemi in the corner. Well, I think the referee has decided to just allow these two to beat each other down, because I'm sure that not even security are going to be able to stop these two monsters. There's now Braun Strowman up on the top rope, driving Obafemi down to the canvas. And Braun Strowman now. What is he planning here? Well, Obafemi slowly back to his feet. And Braun Strowman clubbing blow to the spine. And Braun Strowman once again driving or dragging Obafemi into the center of the ring here. And now Obafemi's in trouble because the monster has him right where he wants him. Running power slam connecting to the champion. And oh my word, what on earth is he going for here? Braun Strowman hoisting up the champion. Obafemi in trouble here. Looks like a torture rack. But a couple of elbows to the jaw here by Obafemi. Now, Obafemi with Braun Strowman off of the ropes here. And driving Strowman down, lifting him up with one arm. What on earth is the ruler made out of? And now Strowman, these two just going back and forth here. Strowman out on the apron. Obafemi about to toss him back into the ring. Obafemi looking to try and put down his arch nemesis here. And Braun Strowman is the one that's in trouble. Braun Strowman pop-up powerbomb slams him down to the mat. Now, hold on a second, Rusev back into the ring here. It seems like he's recovered and he's taking both men out. So I did just state that he was obviously cost his Intercontinental Championship, and clearly Rusev not too pleased here as he wants that championship gold.
So, you show up. After all this time. What is it you want, Sammy? What's the angle here, huh? You expect me to just trust you again?
Roman, I'm not looking for favors. I'm not looking for your trust. Last night, that was a one-time deal. Jimmy called me. He said you needed help. So I showed up. That's it.
Don't think for 1 second that just because you helped me win at War Games, that changes anything between us. It doesn't. You betrayed me once before, Sammy, and I don't forget. I don't even know if I can trust my own family anymore, let alone you.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the main event of the evening, we have the quarterfinals for the King of the Ring tournament, where the winner will be crowned at Crown Jewel. And Kevin Owens is the first man into this quarterfinal matchup, so it is a fatal four-way matchup. But the question is, will we actually get a fatal four-way? Because we saw in the women's side of things, we ended up with a one-on-one situation. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria cancelling each other out and seemingly brawling to the backstage area. And while it seemed like Lyra Valkyria may have just forgotten completely about this Queen of the Ring tournament, but here tonight we have Kevin Owens first up, out to the ring in this fatal four-way matchup. Next up into this fatal four-way matchup, we have Finn Balor, the man who has a victory over the Tribal Chief. So Finn Balor looking to maybe become King of the Ring and fast track his position towards that World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, he does have a strong leg to stand on at the moment because of that victory over the Tribal Chief. Drew McIntyre is the current #1 contender due to defeating Roman Reigns back at Bash in Berlin. So you could even argue that maybe Finn Balor may be the next in line after Drew. But if he's able to be victorious here tonight, and then maybe be victorious in the King of the Ring tournament itself, then he could definitely fast track his way to the World Heavyweight Championship, and he could head to SummerSlam to maybe compete for that title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the matter is highly. What you're about to witness is dignified deformation executed by unprecedented precision. A diabolical athlete who will stop at nothing to uphold the integrity and honor of this great sport. Der Ringgeneral Gunther.
And so the Ring General is another man who's potentially looking to become the King of the Ring, and he just gave Ludwig Kaiser a bit of a stare there. Of course, back at Survivor Series, Ludwig Kaiser was the man to suffer the pinfall loss at the hands of AJ Styles. But here tonight, Gunther is looking to progress in the King of the Ring tournament, and clearly has Ludwig Kaiser in his corner here tonight, by his side, to try and even the odds ever so slightly, especially considering the Bullet Club are at ringside in favour of Finn Balor. But maybe Finn Balor isn't quite done with the Ring General just yet. But Gunther makes his way into the ring, and of course I was mentioning the fact that Finn Balor may be able to challenge for that World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, but it must be said that CM Punk is the man who won the gauntlet at Survivor Series, and he has the choice of whichever champion he chooses. So he could potentially choose the World Heavyweight Champion, but I guess only time will tell with that situation. As for now, let's get on the final participant out here. And oh my goodness, he's here. And after returning at Survivor Series, Sami Zayn is entering into the King of the Ring tournament. And Sami Zayn is the reason why Roman Reigns was able to walk out of War Games with a victory over Team Seth freaking Rollins. Sami Zayn getting the pinfall over Kevin Owens, and I'm sure Kevin Owens is not going to be too pleased at that. And I'm sure he won't be too pleased to see Sami Zayn here again tonight. We are still in Vancouver, Canada. And this Vancouver crowd well and truly behind Sami Zayn. Definitely a different kind of reception for Sami Zayn compared to Kevin Owens here. But Sami Zayn looking to regain the World Championship. Of course, he was the undisputed champion last year in WWE 2K25 Universe mode for maybe a couple of weeks, but thanks to Kevin Owens' manipulation and mind games, he ended up losing the title back to main event Jey Uso. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would go on to fight for the Winged Eagle Championship, where it was believed that Sami Zayn's career could have been ended because Kevin Owens delivered multiple package pile drivers all around the arena. But now Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, the Ring General Gunther, and the returning Sami Zayn are going to compete in fatal 4-way action. But only one of these men can progress in the King of the Ring tournament. And now Kevin Owens up to the second rope here, and Kevin Owens taking out both Finn Balor and Gunther at the same time. Of course, Kevin Owens and Gunther in this Universe Mode series also have some history, as Kevin Owens was defeated within just a few seconds back on the first episode of Monday Night Raw in the Gauntlet match, where the ring general Gunther became the #1 contender, and he was looking to steal a victory there for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Kevin Owens was basically avoiding the ring general ever since. Didn't want to suffer the same kind of embarrassment, I guess. But now, Gunther and Finn Balor looking to take out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And now Sami Zayn trying to fight back into this one, but Gunther and Finn Balor letting their rivalry maybe take control of this matchup. And now Kevin Owens looking to steal the win off of a roll-up, but Sami Zayn able to break up the count. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn going back and forth now, but the ring general Gunther, he may have been thinking about going for a sleeper hold there, perhaps. I believe JD McDonough was trying to cause a distraction for the ring general, and it looked like it may have been a success there. Of course, the Bullet Club and even Ludwig Kaiser could get involved if they so wish. There are no disqualifications here. Kevin Owens with that exposed steel on the turnbuckle. Finn Balor, though, has made it his mission to try and get back to the World Championship. I mean, depending on whoever CM Punk chooses to face off against that SummerSlam, we could potentially maybe see Finn Balor competing for either the Undisputed title, maybe the Winged Eagle Championship, or even the World Heavyweight title. Only time will tell, but first of all, Finn Balor, if he wants that to be reality, he has to be victorious here tonight against these three. Big strikes by Finn now, taking Sami Zayn down to the mat. Big clothesline. As Finn Balor continues to focus on Sami Zayn here. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens hoisting up the ring general. Powerbomb connecting by Kevin Owens, giving the ring general a taste of his own medicine. Kevin Owens going up top, looking to fly here into the senton, the swanton bomb. Kevin Owens connecting just after the kendo stick. So almost double action there for the ring general. And it looked like Finn Balor may have been thinking about going for the 1916, but a stunner connecting. And Sami Zayn straight back into the ring to break up the count there. And a DDT connecting for Kevin Owens onto the kendo stick. And Kevin Owens, of course, a former World Heavyweight Champion this year in Universe Mode, stealing the title from the current champion, Bron Breakker. Back at Money in the Bank when Roman Reigns made his big return. But unfortunately for Bron Breakker, back at Bash in Berlin, well, actually fortunately for Breakker, he was able to win the championship back. And now, Sami Zayn has busted open the ring general here. And Gunther trying to put on a brave face here, but he's been busted wide open, and that looks like a nasty wound. As Kevin Owens drops Sami Zayn, and he's able to avoid that clothesline. And then Gunther also able to avoid a clothesline by Kevin Owens, but Kevin dropping Gunther on the back of his neck. And then breaking that kendo stick against the ribs there. An eye rake by Finn Balor. As now German suplex. Kevin Owens looking for the victory, but kick out found there. Sami Zayn and Finn Balor were distracted for a moment there, so I thought maybe Kevin Owens was about to steal the victory, but kendo stick off of the face of Kevin Owens, and Ludwig Kaiser trying to cause a distraction. Not getting himself involved though. Maybe a wise decision that, but now Kevin Owens and Gunther just double teaming Sami Zayn here. And now Sami Zayn's the one in trouble because the sleeper hold is locked in here. But Finn Balor's able to break the hold. Finn Balor knows what that sleeper hold feels like, because back at Survivor Series he was locked into that. But luckily for Finn, he was able to find a way out of it. As now Ludwig Kaiser was up onto the apron there for a moment. Kendo stick being broken on the spine of Finn Balor before Finn crashes down to the mat into that pop-up powerbomb. And now Finn is the one in trouble. The ring general can't quite reach Finn Balor because Kevin Owens is blocking the way here, but now Sami Zayn taking advantage. Gunther finding a reversal. So who's going to walk out victorious here this evening and progress into the semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament? Will it be the ring general who's headed to the outside, looking for a sledgehammer? Bring that into play here and just tossing it at the face of Kevin Owens. And Kevin rolling to the outside here. He could be knocked out. Sami Zayn slowly making his way back to his feet, but the Ring General with Finn Balor up on the top rope bit. And now Gunther looking to make Finn Balor pay here. The Ring General absolutely relentless, but Sami Zayn with that sledgehammer in hand. And now, Kevin Owens just taking Sami Zayn down, and Ludwig Kaiser causing a distraction on the outside. Oh my word. The Ring General taking advantage. The powerbomb connecting, stacking up Kevin Owens into the pin. And almost getting the victory. Almost progressing to the semi-finals here. But the Ring General wasn't quite able to do so. It's now Sami Zayn targeting the knee of the Ring General. All superstars back into the ring, and the stunner connecting once again on Finn Balor. Sami Zayn, for a moment, looked like maybe he may have been distracted, but luckily Sami Zayn was aware of the situation and able to break up the count. Big elbow connecting, and looking for a drop kick there was the Ring General, but couldn't connect with it. Kevin Owens saw it coming. There's now Finn Balor out in the corner. Almost a double team here. Well, it is a double team. Finn Balor and Gunther teaming up momentarily. There's now Finn Balor again targeting Kevin Owens and looking to steal the win behind the back of the Ring General. And Gunther, well, I think he did break up the count there. But it looked like for a moment Sami Zayn may have been distracting the Ring General. And now heading to the outside is Gunther. Not sure how wise this is. Playing up to the crowd. But heading back into the ring now. And Sami Zayn with Kevin Owens up, but Kevin Owens a few well-placed elbows to the jaw. And the Ring General, oh my word, was looking for something on Kevin Owens there, but Kevin taking out Finn Balor and Sami Zayn with that big DDT. As now Kevin Owens heading up to the top rope. The Ring General, what is he planning? A sledgehammer to the ribs at the same time as the Swanton. And now a sledgehammer to Kevin Owens as well. And while the Ring General has his pick of the bunch, who's he going to go for here? He's looking to pin Finn Balor, his arch nemesis, into the cover. Is he going to progress? No. Big kick out found by Finn Balor there. But that was a big opportunity for the Ring General to get the victory. He had his pick of the bunch there. But unfortunately for the Ring General, he couldn't quite get the victory in that moment. And now, Finn Balor, a few well-placed slaps to the face there by the Ring General. And I believe the haluva kick just connected for Sami Zayn, who's looking for the victory over Kevin Owens. I'm sure that would have sent Kevin Owens absolutely crazy if he suffered another pinfall loss to Sami Zayn as the 1916 connects and back into the ring, but into the cover. Is Finn Balor looking to progress, but the count is broken up once again. There's now Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in the corner. Big boot connecting by Kevin Owens. And now Finn Balor was looking to maybe go off the ropes there, but the Ring General was in the way. Finn sent rib first into that exposed steel on the turnbuckle, and you can see just all the kendo stick shards scattered across the ring here. A brutal matchup so far. Sami Zayn now swinging that sledgehammer at anything that moves. Now Gunther could be the one that's in trouble. Exploder suplex connecting by Sami Zayn. And Gunther wisely heading to the outside, and Sami may have been thinking about hitting that haluva kick on Kevin Owens, but Sami Zayn couldn't quite beat Kevin Owens to the punch. As now Kevin Owens dropping Finn Balor face first into that exposed steel as JD McDonough's up on the apron, and the haluva kick connecting on the Ring General, but the referee's been distracted. Ludwig Kaiser grabbing the attention of the referee, and Gunther survives here. Well, you've got to think that Sami Zayn could have had this matchup won if it wasn't for Ludwig Kaiser. But this match continues right now. There's now, oh my word, Finn Balor dropping both Kevin Owens and the Ring General. Sami Zayn, though, biding his time up on the top rope into the moonsault connecting. Finn Balor, well, sledgehammer in hand. This could be the perfect opportunity into the pinfall over the Ring General. Finn Balor. Is he going to do it to progress in the King of the Ring? But no. The Ring General somehow gets the shoulder up, and that could have been the moment for Finn Balor to win this one. As now Kevin Owens could be in trouble. Dropped down on the back of his neck by the Ring General. Sami Zayn back to his feet though, looking for the Blue Thunder Bomb, connecting in the center of the ring. Sami Zayn to win the matchup. Finn Balor the long way round, just about able to break up the count here. Well, this match continues, and what a match this is so far, as Finn Balor leaping over the top of Sami Zayn to take out Kevin Owens. Well, these superstars, all four of these men could be world champions. Of course, three of them are. Gunther, the only man who hasn't won a championship here in Universe Mode, a world championship, of course. And now Stunner connecting onto that man. And oh my word, 1916 connecting, but Kevin Owens for the victory. No. Somehow, the Ring General still fighting. And oh my God, another Stunner connecting. Kevin Owens is about to win this one. What is he doing? Kevin Owens going for the pinfall over the Ring General once again, and Kevin Owens is victorious. Kevin Owens progresses in the King of the Ring tournament. Oh my goodness. Well, what have we just witnessed? Kevin Owens moves into the semi-finals, so Kevin Owens could perhaps maybe even end up heading to SummerSlam and competing for a world championship. So Kevin Owens officially progressing in the King of the Ring tournament. So he will be heading into the semi-finals, but who will be joining him? So, ladies and gentlemen, as we look to close out the show, we have the Scottish Psychopath, the current #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, making his way down to the ring with a message for the WWE Universe. Fresh off of the back off of War Games, where of course his team actually lost out on the matchup, and that was due to Sami Zayn gaining the pinfall over the none other than the former World Heavyweight Champion in Kevin Owens, the man who stated and claimed that he couldn't trust this man. And it seems like Kevin Owens has felt that way for a number of weeks and maybe even a number of months here in the WWE. But I'm sure Drew McIntyre probably doesn't care about that right now, as I'm sure his focus is most likely on the World Heavyweight Championship. And let's see what the Scottish Psychopath has got to say.
Before I say anything else, let's get the elephant out of the room. Yeah. I made the call. I was the one who called the final boss. I was the one who brought Jacob Fatu into War Games. And Roman, I did it to prove a point. You're not the tribal chief anymore. You're just a man. Alone. Even your own family won't stand by your side. But War Games is in the past. I'm done playing nice. I'm done with distractions. From this moment on, my focus is where it always should have been. The World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, hold on a second. Well, this man was just involved in the Fatal 4-Way quarterfinals, and to the shock, he was the man to come out victorious by pinning the Ring General Gunther. But Kevin Owens, of course the former World Heavyweight Champion, he could potentially win King of the Ring, but let's see what he's got to say.
I knew it. I knew I couldn't trust you, Drew. You've been using me this whole time, haven't you? It was never about stopping Roman. It was always about that title.
Kevin, you've got this all wrong. You always.
No, don't you dare say that again. Don't tell me I've got it all wrong, Drew. I'm not stupid. I see exactly what's going on here.
Fine. You want the truth. You may have gotten your little king of the ring win tonight, but at War Games, you were the weak link. You were the reason we lost.
Me? I was the weak link. You're the one who kept secrets from us. You didn't tell your own team who the fourth man was. How the hell were we ever supposed to trust each other like that?
I don't care anymore, Kev. I don't care about excuses, about trust, about you. All I care about is what I've earned. And at Crown Jewel, I'm taking what I deserve. I'm taking the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh yeah? You think so? Well, you better start looking ahead because you're staring at the next King of the Ring. And at SummerSlam, Drew, I'll be the one taking that title back.
Well, tensions rising between Kevin Owens, the former world champion, and the current #1 contender, Drew McIntyre. And we could potentially have a showdown between these two in the future.